if you buying that chicken, you can fuck it.
I got everything I need at my house. I don't need a hall pass.
Every time I get to a corner and I see somebody doing a famous Baltimore gangster lean.
We outside.
Yo, the Shop Podcast. We are back. We are here. We are live. It's right after Easter, so I know Pastor's tired. But today we got the Furious Three here. We got Miss Toya. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
And we got Big Pastor here. We don't have Big Sharp. I don't know where she at.
Under the weather.
But I know that where I stay at, we have crazy storms today. So it might be a tree falling on the car again or whatever over there. So let's give one up for her. Hutch, I don't know where he at, but it's okay because we are here and we gonna handle this. How y'all doing?
Doing good. So my son celebrated his 10th birthday yesterday.
Yay!
Big double digits, whatever.
Congratulations.
Also, yesterday was Autism Awareness Day, and this month is Autism Awareness Month. So light it up blue.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Mm-hmm.
Are we still supposed to be lighting it up blue?
For the rest of the month?
Because I saw a post today of all the things you are not supposed to do.
I think light it up blues for the day yesterday, and I put on blue today because we wasn't here yesterday.
It was like, let me see if I can find it real quick, because I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, y'all just make me, huh?
I thought it was like puzzle pieces.
Hold on, because they said that's a no too. Never mind, I don't know where's that. I done lost. Let me see if I took a screenshot. But it was like no puzzle pieces, no blue. Don't say autism awareness. What did it say? Use the rainbow instead. You're supposed to say acceptance, not awareness.
There's too many rules out here.
I said, I don't know what to say no more. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I never heard none of that before.
So
I do know last year I bought it up last year because I did see the puzzle thing, but that was after I had already posted my puzzle pieces. I can't keep up.
So sometimes I get little custom things made by my mother. Shout out to her. And we were in Joann Fabrics, right? And I was like, oh, this thing's dope. I want this and that. And it was like the colorful puzzle pieces. And she was like, Damien, that's for autism. So needless to say, I didn't get my puzzle shirt, but I didn't know anything about it till that moment.
But I feel like you can still wear it and support.
Yeah, but it just
your mother's afraid people want to think you're
autistic. She might.
I don't have breast cancer, but I wear a lot of breast cancer paraphernalia.
You got the comments on, Toya?
Yes.
Sorry.
I'll be thinking I got a touch screen. And I definitely went to go touch that screen. Hey, Randy. What's up, peeps? Been a minute. Yep, he been gone for a minute.
What up, Randy?
And he said, you can be an ally 6.
Okay.
He don't want to be. That's basically is that what you're telling us?
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm in support of everything that's in support of party animals. Yay. No, I'm just playing. No, I don't know, man. It was just interesting. And that was the first time I heard of that. So, but I'll be outside.
How old were you?
It was very recent.
Oh, okay. So how was your Easter, Andrew?
Easter was pretty good. I had both services. So it went well. And then Saturday we did the Easter egg hunt right outside the house next to the Saturday.
Is everybody else's internet messing up?
I heard him skip a little,
Okay.
It might have
but
been mine.
I'm on my
The Easter
laptop,
egg
so
hunt
my
on Saturday
internet.
went well. It was good weather.
I got a question for you, Pastor.
Go ahead.
So, being that you do these two churches, you change your outfits for both churches?
Mm-mm.
So, two churches paying for one outfit?
Yeah,
know,
so
somebody used to
so
take
you
you to
do
church
so you do
regularly.
realize the first service is at 9:30. It ends about an hour or whatever. And so I have to be at the next one at 11:15. It's not a lot of time to change.
I at least need another color shirt. Some different phone posits too. I'm just saying.
Good question, though. Good question.
Easter trivia. Pastor, you can't answer. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So
fair.
this is a very easy one. Like, if you can't get this,
I feel like you're trying to expose me.
if you can't get this, I'm going to be concerned.
Well,
What day is Easter typically observed on?
The 30th of March?
Day.
I don't know what Easter day.
I said day, not date.
On Easter? I do not know. All I know is peeps come out.
Do you know what a day is?
Dude, I ain't gonna front you.
I gave you the easiest. That was a very softball question.
I am not prepared for that question. I do not
It's
know.
on Sunday.
Was that on a kid's book or something? Like a little
That don't
jokey book?
change.
Yeah. Okay, I give you that. I give you that.
They had harder questions. One of them was like, what's the traditional Easter flower? Do you know that, Pastor?
The traditional Easter flower?
Yeah, you can answer that one if you know it.
Mm.
Randy?
I don't know that question. I never heard that question before.
It's a purple thing.
Are you looking at a picture and not the name?
No, I'm not. I was just looking at my phone, but no.
It's
but
like Easter lily.
It's purple,
Easter
isn't it?
lily. Yeah, I have heard that before. I'm sorry.
I just heard that today. I think they asked that to like the little girl, the youngest person there. I was like, you know, why she get that question? But that was something I saw. DJ Big Six, how was your Easter?
My Easter was a little bit not did too much, but my mother did get up and go to Easter on sunrise on the water, and they was baptizing kids and stuff in the water in the ocean. She got videos and pictures of that. I thought that was pretty cool, but it was at like 5:30 in the morning, and I was supposed to go, but when I got the text message, I was still asleep, so I just spent it in the house praying to God myself.
Oh, did you?
I pray every day, B.
Okay, well that's good to know. Praise him. I had something else to say about Easter. Okay, well, so I had an eventful weekend on Friday. I was at the same place, but somebody had better seats than me. Randy and his wife and me and Marlon were at the Here's the Thing podcast tour. That was a lot of fun. I wore heels, walked too much. My calf still hurt. I said I'm not wearing heels in my 40s, and that has not held up to be true. But then we went to church on Sunday. Me, my husband, Mimi, and my sister, also known as Seven on the show. And then, no. I'm sorry. Before Easter, my TV decided to die. It wanted to be like Jesus. So it had to be resurrected on Sunday. And I went and picked up a new TV, got it home, and I was like, damn, the TV needs to be mounted. So, shout out to our sponsor for the day. I decided to call Alan Trent from Hangman TV.
Okay.
I was supposed to be a little quicker with this. My bad.
It's all right.
Whoops,
I've also had the pleasure of using this man to mount TVs as well.
Okay.
He came in. First of all, I called him on Easter and I was like, hey, what's your availability? Because I need a TV hung. And he was like, hey, say less. I can come hang it for you today. And I was like, oh, really? That will be, I thought he said he could do it on Monday. So I was like, that is perfect. I'm down for it. Went to go take a nap and my doorbell rang. And Alan was there. I think he hung my TV. I was not prepared. I didn't unplug anything. I didn't take the TV out the box as the instructions say to do. But I opened the door and I was like, why are you here? This is an example of how sturdy his mounting is, that he can hang from the TV. He took my TV down, put up the new mount, mounted the TV all in like 20 minutes. And it may have taken that long because we were talking so much. So if you need your TV hung, please reach out to Hangman Mounting. He will hang any size TV for $65. Give him a call at 443-680-3795. That's 443-680-3795 and tell them the Shop Podcast sent you.
Hangman, 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 hangman.
So yes, that was my weekend. Yes, he did a wonderful job. What did Randy say? It was a great time. Y'all look classy.
Okay.
I think he's talking about me at the WitcherCon, but whatever. I hope. Who looked classy? Hangman hanging from the TV? Or me when I was out in DC? But yes, so anyway, he did a great job. He actually previously hung all the TVs in my house, and I think it's 3 or 4 TVs. Got that done in less than an hour. So he does a phenomenal job. Never had any problems with it. So shout out to Alan. Please look him up if you need your TVs hung, and I'll post it in the group.
I need my wires hidden. That's what I need.
He did tell me I have somebody I can send you for that. I don't know the name, so I can't tell you right now. Yeah, but it is somebody that went to Dunbar, so you know. Also, Alan went to Dunbar. If anybody was wondering.
Oh, that's what it's all about.
He's a poet. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. Poetic justice.
I only know 2 kinds of people: people from school or people from church. That's it. Huh?
Where do you know me from?
I really know you from a person from church. I tell the story all the time. I somehow got added into the Shop Podcast group, and I was going to leave because I don't like being just added into things. But I saw Clarence Camp was in it, and I saw he responded to a post, and I wanted to read it and go back and tell my cousins. Or his cousins if they on right now, because Monica be watching. And I'd stayed. So again, because it's somebody that from church.
Well, we are happy you stayed. Thank you for giving the Shop Podcast a try.
You are welcome. And with that, I would like to say that site.
Go ahead, say the wrong thing.
Today will be my last episode.
Okay, we'll set you.
It's not Andrew. Don't look up like that. But I promise y'all, that's how I'm going to announce it. Because I've been telling you, I'll be like, so at the end of the year, I'm done, guys. And then I'll be here the first week of January. So I'm going to have to be like, hey, y'all, I quit this bitch and walk off one day.
Oh, so you gonna do it on the show and not tell us ahead of time?
I mean, it's the only way to stick with it.
I get it. You know.
So yeah, and then okay, so let me tell y'all, this wasn't my weekend, but I need to get this off my chest. Them white people be white peopling. I had to go in the office today because we had a 2-day meeting conference type thing, and a young lady comes in. She was late, but it wasn't even her fault. She was late because her badge wouldn't work to let her in the building, and but she's like really kind of whimsical. It's a good way to describe her on any given day. Like she's very like lovable and excited. So anyway, she goes into the meeting and somebody from the facility comes up to me and was like, was she drunk? And I was like, no. Now I don't know if she was drunk, but I'm also going to protect Black women. So I was like, no. I said, she's just like, that's her personality. So the woman says to me, oh, don't worry. I already told my boss that I think she's drunk in the building. I was like, but why would you do that? And then you're wrong.
That's messed up.
So come to find out, the lady had something really tragic happen right before she came. And she decided to still pull through and try to work. And that's what that Wahite lady tried to. I was like, this is why I don't deal with them a lot.
We all deal with grief differently or whatever, and some people respond to grief in that way. They just try to keep moving forward and like try not to act like it. Try to act normal, like it didn't happen. That's one of the ways to respond to grief.
Right. She failed at it because she ended up crying in the middle of the meeting. But I'm like that. I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I'm gonna pull through, and then be like, but why? So I get it. But I really wanted to go to my car and pop the trunk on her. I was like, because that was just giving racism at its best, I felt, and also inappropriate. It just all the adjectives that are synonymous with horrible, she was giving them. So that was my dad.
Okay.
Sorry. Anything else going on?
But I haven't seen a lot of Baltimore news this week.
Since we haven't been on the show since then, a while, we're still praying for all those affected by the Key Bridge collapse.
We've been on the show.
I wasn't going to tell him that he wasn't here.
Oh, I missed that show. I'm sorry.
Let me see. I don't think I can. I should have sent it to the computer so I could put it on the screen.
Oh.
You can see it from my office.
Oh wow.
So
I heard they opened up a new waterway or something. Did they do that yet?
No, I don't think they did that yet. They were supposed to be like a watershed or something open up so they can like try to keep the the trading, the ships going.
Yeah. I was wondering about that. Like, how are boats getting through?
They not.
They were suspended. They were suspended.
And they say it's gonna mess up the whole Maryland economy.
Yeah, and then it's gonna
not
probably
just
add
Maryland's economy.
Oh, a lot of
695, the tunnel.
It'll mess us up in that regards, but like a lot of people shipping comes through here, so it's gonna mess up a few states.
Cars
going
up.
Yes, they opened 2 small channels.
Okay, well that's good. That's good, but that still ain't going to kind of account for all the stuff that's going on there.
Yeah,
but I mean, shout out to them for doing something. It's like, it's like they got to work real fast as far as like trying to clean up the bridge. I know they was looking for those people, but it's hard to find them under all that rubble and stuff like that. But I do respect the fact that Like the governor dude, he got on it ASAP. They got some money coming through from the president, and these are things that are definitely necessary, and it is definitely world news. Like, we getting calls from Oklahoma, Texas. I'm like, bro, I don't even take that bridge, but thank you.
The governor did his press conference yesterday at my office. I think we're supposed to be like a satellite center for them.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, y'all, that's my friend down there. Because I know them.
So I do got a question for y'all.
Maybe we have an answer.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I might have more of an answer than I do. But on my trip to Baltimore on Saturday, I'm not going to speak on it, but there used to be, like, right next to where the place that we used to go to podcasting, it was like a event space. And now that event space turned into Sheila Dixon's headquarters. What does she do? Is she still somebody or doing something?
She probably running for mayor again.
Oh, you didn't know she was running for mayor again?
I mean, I really don't know. All I know is I heard she stole something.
I'm gonna give him that one. We don't gotta know who running for mayor.
No. He's not obligated to know that. You're right. But she is running for mayor. But what you're referring to as far as the stolen thing is the gift cards.
That's messed up, though. I can't go down for no gift cards unless it's a lot.
Okay, so Randy said the port process is about 200 million a day. They had to get open and back up ASAP. Yes, she's running again. It's her campaign headquarters.
So I'm guessing that they bought that place from up under the person who was running it.
Probably just
picture
rent
this
it.
place that you're talking about.
Huh?
I can't picture this place you're talking about.
So well, Toya sees that because I've seen her go down the street. But it's a public storage. It's a storage unit right there, and then right across from that, it's like an all black building. And
I know what you're talking about. So on Howard Street, is that Howard?
I don't know what street.
He wouldn't know.
It might be Howard Street because I do.
Howard is the street over from the street we was on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would assume that she didn't buy it because most people don't stay at their headquarters. You would rent the space out.
Yeah.
So that means that dude went out of business, or he's not in business anymore now that she has it. So,
or he might make more money
from
with her renting it because it's like you don't pack up your campaign. You renting it for every day.
Yeah.
So it's probably more money in letting her rent it than renting it out for events.
Yeah.
He don't really care about Sheila Dixon running. He just in this man business.
No, I liked it that place, and I'm thinking about it. So I got to time it right.
You about to open an event space?
About to take Sheila Davis.
Randy said maybe it's like a Halloween pop-up store. I hate those places. Although I need to go on one day. All right. Well, it's probably gonna be longer than an hour because we only got a half an hour left if we do an hour. But let's get into it. So we got a letter. Let me find it.
I'm gonna see if I can put those in the comments, Toya.
Put what in the comment?
The letters. You talking about the letters that we got to in the group?
Yeah. Okay.
Look at y'all being all technical and stuff. I'm proud of y'all. Toya, I like the way you run the thing up there and all that. I need a lesson.
I know how to do a lot. I don't want to be the only one doing a lot. Okay. Let me just read them in order. Okay. The first one is, I'm hoping y'all can talk about this on the show and can get some sound advice. I've been working at my current job for 5 years and really like it, partly because my mentor, since college is my boss. I don't want to name the company, but I work in the accounting department, and I recently stumbled across something that didn't look quite right in our books. So I did a little more digging, and I'm about 99.999% sure my boss has been stealing money from the company for months now. I'm responsible for sending the financial reports out to all of the execs every month. And now I really don't know what to do. I don't want to throw my mentor under the bus. She helped me get this job. But at the same time, this could really potentially fall back on me for not bringing it up. I haven't confronted her about it yet. What should I do?
I'm going to let y'all go take an approach first.
I'm going to rest my vocals so you two can go first. And Andrew doing something, so it's got to be you.
Oh, I was just trying to get them in the comments. It didn't work. I wasn't able to put it in the comments. But yeah, being that Shayna kind of works at a job like that in the finance or whatever, I think the best thing to do is if you know about something like that to go ahead and tell, because you don't want to be an accomplice to what's going on.
All right. So I watch a lot of TV shows, and currently I'm watching Suits. But I swore I seen an episode of one of these shows just like it. Bro, I feel like your mentor thinks you're stupid. Thinks less of you. That's why he's doing the dirt in front of your face, because he knows that you might not tell, you might tell, who knows. But if he is disrespecting your job and stealing the money in front of you and knows that you are going to be accountable for that, he's messing with you. And that shit ain't cool. So beyond what most people say, I'm going to go with the pastor and say, if you see something, say something. Because at the end of the day, when you lose your job off of him stealing extra money and then your family can't eat, you messed up. So I'm going to go with it. See something, say something. We are adults. You probably got a family. You probably got a man to pay for. Maybe not, but anyways. But for real, you need to say something, because they can put the blame on you and then you looking stupid and you ain't even reap the benefits of the situation. So I'm going to let y'all go with that. And I'm going to say, this week I am anti-stop snitching. You need to tell.
Yeah.
I agree with everything he said, except for the reap the benefits of the situation. I don't look at it like that.
That person is getting benefits from the situation.
Oh, I think you're saying okay. So my bad.
You're not
I read that the wrong way.
All you're doing is going in danger.
Got you. I read it the wrong way.
Yeah, man. Oh, who did that?
I personally, so y'all know, before I changed my major in psychology, when I was at Morgan, I was a singer. I was a vocal major. So I sing like a bird. I often tell y'all, don't do nothing illegal around me, because I'm going to tell. And then I'm going to tell stuff they ain't even asked me about. So so I'm not the one. Don't let me find out you said, especially my boss. I don't care if you're my mentor. This ain't my sister or something. If it's my sister or my cousin, like if I'm working with Sheree and Sheree got me a job and I find out she's stealing from these people because she is the like CFO of one of these companies, I'm gonna pull my cousin up and be like, girl, I'm not getting fired for you.
You getting messed over?
Huh?
Don't you think that person would already know that you would be the one to get messed over? It's called scapegoating.
I think so. Some people really do feel that they are so good at what they're doing. So I agree with you. They should, if this is my job to check the financials, then yeah, you should probably think I would catch on to it. But some people are also like, I'm so crafty, I can move this money here, and nobody going to be able to tell that I'm really moving this money to my account.
And that's playing with you, yo. It's a chess game.
So it might not be a thing of, oh, I think you dumb and you're not gonna catch on, but I think I'm so smart that I can get away with this. And I only have self-preservation in mind.
And you can face prison time for being complicit to that.
Because I'm sure it's over $500. So this is felony theft and whatever. So no, like if it's somebody I'm close to, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt to let you know that I'm gonna tell. But if I don't know you, I'm gonna do like that white lady did, the girl at my job, and I'm just gonna go ahead and report it.
You should have named the show I'm Telling.
You finna be in the interrogation room eating all the McDonald's.
Absolutely, I'll be sitting there. I ain't even gonna have a Coke. I'm gonna have a Pepsi. Like, let me tell you what.
They gonna
let
put
me
your
show you what. Hold on,
They
I
gonna
got
put your
pictures
hand
of
on
it.
the copy machine.
What you say?
They're gonna put your hand on the copy machine, talking about a lie detector test.
I ain't got nothing to lie about. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be like, and you know what? I actually think she'd be taking pens too. I saw with a box of ink pens. I feel like that's coming out of the budget as well.
Yeah.
She be drinking when she go to work lunches, and I know we don't pay for alcohol, and she don't take that off. Like she be charging that back to the company. Listen, I'm telling it all.
I'm gonna tell you what you do though. You get the other people involved in your scheme without even knowing. So if somebody took that, if she took that money, and then she came back and bought you a burger, and made a joke about stealing the money from the pot, and you eat that burger, now you included in my crime.
And a lot of people, those people who feel like they too smart to get caught, they will do some stuff to make somebody else take the fall. I ain't trying to hear that's my mentor from college. I don't care. Find a new mentor because your mentor is shady. So it's clear that ain't the mentor for you anyway.
I think we did a good job with these questions. We did a good job. I think we did a good job with this question.
So the question is, I have a question. Have y'all ever snitched on somebody at work?
Well, in my younger day, I've never snitched on nobody, but silly me goes into the office, still a street person, talking about, oh, I'll never tell. And I feel like a lot of people use that to their advantage. And it was definitely a hard situation where it's times where I possibly should have told, but I set myself up to walk in there like, if we the streets, but this is business. So I've had people tell stuff on me, and I sat there like it was the streets, but I definitely feel like that was definitely the wrong thing to do.
Randy said, absolutely. I worked in corrections. I snitched on inmates. It was me doing my job. No, have you snitched on a coworker or your boss or somebody on your level? An inmate is not. It is your job to snitch.
But that's dangerous too.
Snitching on other COs?
Or like
whatever
inmate.
you did there. I don't know what you did.
I mean, you might be going to DC to watch the comedy show, and here come the big brolic dude you done told on. He got out. And now you're sitting face to face.
That's why I don't want jobs in law enforcement. I don't need that.
I know. I don't
That
either.
seems like easy retaliation.
Very.
Passy, you snitched on some of the deacons or something?
Oh, you snitched on
not like
Marlo.
that. We had a situation at work where somebody was terminated, probably maybe unjustly, some years back or whatever, and it was a whole bunch of questions brought up. Somebody came in and was brought to ask questions and all this other stuff. So everybody had to go in the office and say what they thought about what was going on.
So you told.
You didn't hold back.
I let it out like a banana.
No. This is why you gotta do your dirt by your lonely.
Randy said, I used to always tell them, you took a gamble and you lost. It is what it is. Come back next year and do better. So I had a situation. I don't know if I told this on the show before, but I'm gonna tell it again if I didn't. If I did, I used to work at a staffing agency, and we staffed for like I don't know if y'all ever heard of Robert Half International, but we staffed for like administrative assistant jobs. We staffed for accountant jobs. We staffed for IT jobs, and then we staffed for law firms. And the law firm division was operated by lawyers. So they had a different director, which meant I supported the legal division. So I had a different manager as well. So one day the manager for all the admins in the office, like everybody was complaining about being overworked and underpaid and all this stuff. And she comes to us and she was like, hey, I have an idea. We should strike. And everybody's like, yes, let's do it. Let's go. So she's not my manager. So I called my manager and was like, hey, this is what they're planning here. What do you think? He said to me, LaToya, you work at a staffing agency that staffs for admins. They can replace y'all as soon as y'all call out. And I was like, oh, okay, you got a point. So I went back. I was like, hey guys, I'm out. I decided it's not a good idea. If y'all do it, God be with you, but I'm just not going to do it. So everybody was like, all right, if everybody's not going to do it, we're not going to do it. What I did not realize, my manager, Rob, went to the director of our department and told him, and next thing I know, she was being escorted out the building.
For just having an idea.
I snitched and got that woman fired.
So you were not protecting Black women?
Yes, I was protecting this Black woman. And all that, look, one had to get sacrificed, but those other 6 admins still had a job.
Did you offer to help her get her stuff out of the building?
No, I was just like, damn. I wonder how they found out, because I was a little, I can be very naive, even in my big 4s. I can be naive. So I was legit sitting there like, I wonder how they found out. And then I called Rob back and was like, yo, she got fired. He was like, I know, because I told. I was like, oh. Rob, that's not why I told you. We were just going to abort the mission.
She just had an idea and didn't even follow through on the idea.
I know, that's why I felt bad, because I talked them out of it, but they still let her go. Randy said she protected a specific Black woman. Exactly. I protected 7 Black women, because those other 6 would have gotten fired had they strike. So one was sacrificed for the many.
Okay.
And would I do it again? Yes.
Yeah. I know you.
Absolutely. I am always in self-preservation mode.
I know, but you could have just told them, nah, you're not striking to begin with.
I was gonna do it until Rob was like, that's a dumb idea. Also, this was pre-Mimi, so I was in my early 20s.
Respectfully.
I ain't know no better. But even knowing better, like I probably know enough now to be like, hey, I'm not doing it. But back then I was like, yeah, let's strike. But I was like, let me check with Rob first to see how this strike thing goes. And he was like, you be an idiot. And he was like, you work for me, so I'm telling you no. And I was like, hey, yeah, I'm out. They said it's not a good idea. She knew. I'm sure she knew.
You told them
who orchestrated the jump?
Yes, I did not know he was going to go back to our director.
Man, you could never rock
I'm
with the
just
black
sitting
man.
here, but I also think that it wasn't necessarily her orchestrating it. It was her being a part of it, period. As management, and this is what you are.
Oh, she was management?
Yeah, it was. She was the manager for the rest of them.
Oh, yeah.
Hi Danielle. He's not the only one here. See, Kenneth just said hi. Danielle said, "I'm speaking to one person, one and
Hey,
one
hey,
only."
yeah. I'm doing okay. Hey, Bishop.
Hey Bishop. I also had another incident. I was still younger.
Oh, you just tell me.
I was much. I'm a snitch. I'm letting y'all know now, so don't do nothing around me. I am a snitch. We had went to Atlanta with my school choir, and I honestly think we actually went while Freaknik was going on. That's the funny thing, but our hotel wasn't in that area at all. So anyway, we're at the choir competition, and my roommate had some boys in our bathroom. And I said, to this day, I don't know what she was doing, but I saw her and the guy come out the bathroom together. That was all I said. So all I saw, I hadn't even said anything. I ain't go back and tell nobody. I was just like, okay, whatever. So we get on the bus to come home, and my choir director is like, hey, what happens in Atlanta stays in Atlanta. I was like 13 or 14.
Not the STD she
You
got.
might want to explain that reference to me, because I was like, okay. I got back to school. I'm sitting with my friend Tiffany, and I tell her, not realizing that people are ear hustling around us. And later on, I get called to the office, and they were like, hey, hi, Gerard. That's my brother, y'all. And I can't stop snitching. So we get back to the school, and I'm telling my homegirl Tiffany what happened, and then they called me to the office, and they were like, "Did you?" I think somebody had told me that the girl was giving head. So sorry, Bishop. Sorry to get a little risky with y'all, but I think somebody had told me that's what she was doing in the bathroom. So, because I had no clue, and I honestly, at that age, probably really had no clue what that entailed. Churchy all my life. So I told the girl what they told me she was doing, and they were like, hey, Latoya, are you going around telling people that this girl is giving head on the trip? And I was like, no, I'm not telling people. I told Tiffany. And they were like, did you hear when they said on the bus, what happens in Atlanta stays in Atlanta? I was like, I did, but I don't know what that means.
You are a very detailed-oriented snitch.
They was just like, all right, go back to your class. I was like, first of all, don't get mad at me because this girl is out here doing this in them streets of Atlanta. She could have left out the hotel to be a part of that type of activity, but don't do it in my room and then penalize me when I want to tell my friend what happened.
Detail-oriented.
So yes, I'm a snitch. I think I told my parents that my sisters used to steal a car when they went to sleep.
You're not a snitch. You're kind of like an informant.
I am. I'm Diana from Power. I'm Nicole from BMF. I'm going to clear it out for everybody. I'm not even trying to snitch. I'm just letting y'all know.
So note to self, don't ever sit down to dinner with Latoya because she might tell it all.
That is the God's honest truth. And the thing is, if you sit, it's going to be a good dinner if you sit down with me. I might not tell your business because everybody at the table will probably already know it, but I'm going to give you a good story.
Okay.
So I'm not saying don't come to dinner with me. Just no, I'm probably and just know when I'm at another dinner, I'm probably
Oh, so
telling
you don't do it in the person's face, you just do it on the side.
Sure. Let me stop. I don't want people to think they can't tell me anything. I'm great at keeping secrets. I did not know that girl situation in high school was a secret because it was my room and somebody else came and told me what was happening. So, but that's all. Let me go to the next letter that we got. Hold on. Okay, this goes with the title. My best friend keeps sleeping with my ex. I need
Nothing.
I need some advice about how to handle this issue, or even if it's worth giving my attention to. So I have this best friend. We've been best friends since we were teenagers, but throughout our friendship, it's been a pattern of hers that going after people I dated once I stopped dating them. I always forgive. I always forgive her, but I always forgive her because it's rose before hose, right? And I do think this is a female writing, but the genders was switching around a lot. Anyway, I was with my ex-wife for 10 years. 2 years before we were actually married, I had a fling with someone. The fling lasted for 2 years. That's a hell of a fling for 2 years. But I digress. That's her business. That's not mine. Of course, my bestie knew everything. I was in love with this person, but cut it off to actually focus on my relationship. Fast forward to today. I've been divorced for 3 years now, and the fling and I have been back chilling on some friends with benefit stuff. While we were out having dinner one night, we randomly started talking about the past, and they tell me that they slept with my bestie once and went out of town with them. I feel some kind of way, but it's 6 years ago. Should I say something or leave it alone? And should we stay friends? Who wants to take a stab at that? Everybody got quiet.
So if you say fling, I would suggest that while they was messing with this person, they was in a relationship already.
The person who wrote in?
Yeah.
Yes, they were with the person that they married, and they had a fling with somebody else.
And they're upset with the friend for sleeping with the fling.
Yes.
I had to say it out loud because it sounded weird when I heard it.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I married Tiffany, but before I married Tiffany, I was sleeping with Stacy. So I was cheating on Tiffany with Stacy. I think I got those names right. I was with Tiffany. I cheated on her with Stacy. I cut Stacy off because I wanted to go ahead and marry Tiffany. But my best friend Ashley went and slept with Stacy and went on a trip with Stacy and never told me about it.
So maybe I'm looking at this wrong way because I'm thinking it's crazy for somebody to be already outside of their relationship and then claiming the bro or sis code when it came to the fling.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna interject something real quick. I went out to a bar one day and ran into somebody from Dunbar. And we were having a discussion about something that happened. And they were like, said to everyone, what's the worst thing your side chick can do? And they all yelled out in unison, sleep with somebody else. So I know for the good Reverend Dr. Andrew and Bishop and Danielle, y'all probably don't know nothing about cheating. Y'all ain't been out in the street. But what I hear,
I'm laughing because you said Reverend Dr. Andrew. I'm not there yet, sis.
Good Reverend Doctor. That is from, when I say that, nobody knows what it's from, but it's from Amen.
Oh,
They
okay.
used to call him the Good Reverend Dr. Reuben Gregory.
That was a good show. Good show.
Loved it. So, but what I hear on the streets is that your side chick is the same. Now, granted, these are all women, but I think the same rules apply. Your side chick is just as off limits as your main chick. I own both of them, 4 and 5. Those are mine. Those are my seats. You, as my best friend, definitely don't sit there.
So 6, by you shaking your head in the corner, you agree with what she just said?
Yeah. I definitely, if I was in the game, I don't want your side. So the question, your side chick is really like your girlfriend. You know? So it's like, just because they don't have the title, it's same benefits, and it might even apply even more. But
that's what I don't get. Why is it even more? Because what they said when I was in the bar was, it's going to hurt worse if my side chick sleep with somebody than if my wife cheat on me. I was like, what are y'all talking about?
I mean, sometimes, well, not me, but let me protect myself from snitches or criminals. But anyway, you know, sometimes your side chick is the reason why your main situation works.
I'm gonna block my brother.
No, but I've had I've been on both sides of the stick in that type of situation. And when you're
Diddy, what were you explain both sides of the stick? What were you've been?
Okay, so that was
the first time I used it, y'all.
This is a long time ago, but I think I started a circle of sleeping with each other's like other friend, and I was young. And then after that, I feel like my other friend just kept sleeping with my sides after they were sides. It was definitely a weird thing, but I think it was a young thing. And sometimes when the JJ gets involved, people they act funny about it. It's a little weird thing, but I think that in a world that's populated so much, and we have cars, and now we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have all POF, we have all these different ways to meet other sex, you should not sleep with your friend's ex or sides, and vice versa. It's too many people out here in the world. Like, it's no need. But yeah.
Good point from 6. I will also say that it just seems like it's one of them things that many people will be cool with until it bite them.
Yeah, so, I think that is true. And also, that's like we live in the same project shit and ain't nobody got a car. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, Sheila from down the street. It's just saying, like, it's like when you live in the projects and you ain't got no car, you just stuck in that small little area. And you just know those certain people. But you have to realize the world is a lot bigger. And if you get yourself a little car, you can go sleep in somebody else's hood. You know?
I get your point. It's just funny. I'm sorry.
I mean, I get it. So
I get it.
But I don't think that person is her real friend. And it is, I'm not gonna say it's nasty because I've done it, but it's just that person is thinking with their private parts and not their brain. But if you can be fooled like that, you're probably not their real friend. And the information that you told them might have enticed them more to do it.
Good point.
Like, you over here like, oh, yo, Johnny got that, he got that ding. And she like, So when she see Johnny, she might be a little nicer to him. Oh, you don't talk to her no more or whatever, you just side? How about I just give you some of this? And most dudes would be like, all right.
And based off of what you just said, it can't be a love thing or whatever because it seemed like it was drawn from curiosity or whatever. So you can't come back and say, "Well, I'm sorry, I fell in love," because it's just like it seemed like something that you wanted to do that you intentionally went after. If that makes sense.
I think since it's not the first time that the friend has done it, I think that's very problematic for me. Now, first of all, I categorize people differently. I have my best friend. Everybody knows that my best friend Randy. I have my very close friends. And then I have people I know. If I just know you feel free. By all means, go on. I actually wouldn't even be mad if somebody decided they wanted to go sleep with my ex, and they like, if you're my best friend, you know what I've been through, you know why they're ex. I can't imagine my best friend trying to sleep with any of my exes. She's still pretty much. Why did you?
What if they got into a relationship though? Like, would the ends justify the means if that person jumped into a relationship with your ex and they end up getting married and all that?
So I think it's the sneakiness that I have a problem with, because I do have an ex who I would gladly set up with. I don't have any single friends, so I can't set him up with anybody, but I think he's a great guy. It's not like we didn't end on bad terms. It's just LaToya wanted to get married since she came out the womb, and he wasn't ready for that at 19. And I was like, marry me for God's sake. So I wouldn't mind if like a friend of mine got with him and they got married and they were happily ever after. It's the sneakiness of like, I can't imagine my best friend going out of town with somebody that I was in love with, and you ain't tell me. We ain't best friends.
And they probably pillow talking about you underneath that wig.
They was talking trash about you. That's crazy.
Basically, and that was the common denominator.
Randy said, I feel that way too, Toya. My line brother dated my ex about a year after we dated. He told me up front it didn't last a year, but I didn't feel any kind of way, to be honest. Like, I'm not that, I mean, especially, I guess, I'm in a different place. I've been married for 6 years, and we've been together for almost 11. So there is not an ex that I'm still like, oh, like, I don't have that. So I really don't care who they sleep with. But I feel like if I done told you, and my best friend,
I just don't want to hear about it.
I don't even care to hear about, like, if you want to compare notes, like, I don't even care. It's the sneakiness for me. Like, it's the whole, I can't imagine. I don't like when Randy goes, my best friend has a set of friends from college who she knew before me. I love these girls like family myself, but I still get jealous when I find out she did something with them and I ain't know about it.
On some Nick Jonas shit?
I don't know what that means. I'm a little puzzled that you do.
I feel like it was a good song.
I'm afraid to read this. When I get rid of a vehicle, I don't care who drives it next. Okay. I'll let you have that one.
Yo, you know what's sad? That comment. So I've had a slew of cars, and you turn it in, you do whatever. Every time I see that car on the road, I'll be like, I wonder if that's my car.
And I know you probably don't want nobody.
I don't.
Nick Jonas has a song called Jealous. Okay. You
That
know
song was
Nick
a banger.
Okay. You a DJ, so I'm gonna let you know that. I don't.
No, it's an old song. It's like when Justin Timberlake did Gone.
Okay. I don't know anything from the Joe Bros or them individually, so I wouldn't know. But speaking of knowing music, I don't want to. pause this conversation. I am struggling because I keep asking people. Nobody is giving me an answer, but I'm like, so are we boycotting Diddy? Because I listen to one station on Pandora, and it is Bad Boy Radio.
When I listened to the radio the other day, it was a lot of Bad Boy. But if you happen to fall into the boycott Diddy, what are we going to listen to at your parties?
Listen, I was like, so I had said it on another podcast. I was like, so because I don't know, I always tell y'all to follow. I'm not a lawyer, but you can find out all factual information about legal cases. She only reviews the facts. You don't want that? That's not what you're here for. But I said on her podcast, I was like, so are we boycotting Diddy's music? And at first she was like, I don't really listen to any of his music. I said, oh, no. If you're our age, he has had a hand in probably the stuff that you listen to, unless you are up with the times and you listening to Go Glow. Or that probably ain't even the name of the song, is it? If you might be, unless you're listening to them, you listening to the music from the 90s and the 2000s, and Diddy was all over that.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I'm just letting y'all know it's gonna be everybody about to come up off their boycott stuff because it's gonna be hard. Ain't nobody trying to turn Mary J. Blige off.
So, about this podcast, were you literally on there or were you typing on the keyboard?
I was typing on the keyboard.
Okay.
You was gonna be jealous if I was on there because I ain't trying to get on.
We get real jealous about other podcasters here.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, be prepared to be sick of me because I'm definitely trying to go on her podcast, and she's already offered it up to her audience to join. So that's why I keep telling you, go ahead and follow. I'm not a lawyer, but it's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever you call it. And you can get actual facts on these cases.
Hold up. We need some. That,
no, I'm digging the sponsors today. If you're just getting on and you missed our sponsor, we are sponsored today by Hangman TV Mountain. You can get any size TV hung for $65. Hit them up.
Okay.
Look, my partner in crime on it for me. I ain't even had to type it in. Oh, that's the acronym for I'm not a lawyer, but anyway, I was just saying, like, I don't know if we getting off of this cancel culture, because if you cancel Diddy, it's going to be a lot of things you're not listening to.
Well, first of all, ain't no charges even been brought up about that brother yet. So, and it's been a little while.
Oh my God, I swear, I think you stole that statement from me.
Nah.
I said that to you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I said that to you. I was like, the truth is, he hasn't been charged with anything.
I don't know what you're talking about, yo.
Oh my gosh, people stay stealing.
Lord.
You know what's worse than a snitch? A thief.
All right, 50 Cent.
No, please don't compare me to him, because I do not. I honestly, I've never liked 50 Cent.
Speaking of, did you watch BMF?
I'm like 2 episodes behind.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I feel like, and maybe once I get up to these 2 episodes, it hasn't impressed me.
It wasn't impressive, but I feel like after this is about to turn up. I hope it does.
Like I saw Tupac.
That was horrible.
That's the last episode I saw.
Well, there's been a couple bodies dropped off.
Is that 2 Chainz? Did he get killed?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw a post about it. I have spoiler alert. I haven't gotten that far to see it, but I saw people say his death scene was the best scene he did the whole show. So I said, "Oh, they didn't kill that man who I didn't know who it was." Till somebody said it on here.
Yeah, I feel like Lil Baby ain't say no words yet.
Lil Baby in it?
Yeah, he is. He ain't hardly said nothing. You're right.
Is he in the Tupac episode?
He in a couple episodes.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I'm not gonna know who he is, especially if he doesn't talk, because
Really
I don't
don't.
know. I don't know what any of these people look like. Because as I said, when I saw 2 Chainz, I was like, that guy looks familiar, and that's
But-
all I had. I never
This-
figured out who it was.
This the part that killed me though. Hold up. So you know 2 Chainz got them big old dreads, right? And they stuff it in the back of his afro wig. So his
That's
head look
why
bad.
I was like, when somebody said something about 2 Chainz being on that, I was like, that's got to be who that guy was. But where's his hair at? But these people can tuck some hair up under a wig. Like I've seen people, like people personally in my life, put on a wig and lay it flat down, and they have locks. But I was like, where's this man's hair? I was impressed. But yes, I don't know what Lil Baby looks like. I can recognize his voice. Like if I hear a song, I'm like, that's Lil Baby, ain't it? Because my good friend, not yours, my good friend Tobias Dorson, who is a chef, always plays Lil Baby music on his videos. So I can recognize his voice, but if he ain't talking either, I'm really not gonna know who it is.
Yeah, it's just a role that they just gave him. Like, here you go.
Somebody send me a picture of him so I can know what I'm looking for. And then does the I want to make sure I say this correctly.
Don't ask what you don't really want to know.
Oh, remember the guy from the Jamie Foxx show? I'm gonna go this way.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Does his child get murdered?
Not yet. Not that we know of.
Oh, I thought I saw somebody say something about that person being unalived. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say the other word, unalived. I'll be keeping my ear to the street. This is how I can tell you what's going on with like the Real Housewives, and I ain't watched any of those shows in years.
Well, I can talk about that too.
Cause hello, Smooth Flicks. This was the photographer for my wedding. And probably need to be the photographer for my daughter's birthday party. So hey, text me. But what was I saying?
You were talking about Real Housewives, or you watching stuff?
Oh, social media has to recap everything so much that I find I don't need to watch things. Because I knew it was a horrible Tupac before watching.
Yeah.
Terry is still my least favorite character.
I think he's everybody's least favorite
And
character.
his father ain't crap. But Terry, like because everybody was like, and I don't know why. It's got I know 50 Cent not the only writer, but I don't like how Courtney Kemp is a female. I don't like how the women are portrayed in these shows, because even when these guys are doing wrong, somehow it falls back onto what a woman is doing wrong. So they was like, Lala got that house on Power from Tommy, and then she was going to leave him. Now she on this show got a house from Southwest Terry and put him out of it. Meanwhile, I'm like, you should not have bought her a house, and your baby mother, who already has a child and is currently pregnant, lives with your parents or her parents.
Spoiler alert. In the end, he will end up with Lala.
Because that's the first lady of BMF. You thought you
Well, they actually say, if you pay attention to the episode when it came back and they came and arrested Southwest T, that was the girl he was on the phone with.
Wasn't that like last season?
I don't know when it was, but that was a flash forward. So when he was big fat Southwest.
And also I only liked Terry before because, and I think I said this before, I love Da Vinci. So I just loved that character, but I was like, Terry is trash, and Meech need to come home and slap him around. And I also don't know what life was really like back then, but they just act like, I mean, I wasn't into that type of stuff, but they just portray Meech like he is the second coming.
I mean, he was.
I
think I'm Big Meech.
I think it's a little overkill, especially for somebody, and he's still in jail.
I mean, but he might be coming home soon.
Did he take the fall for everybody or something?
Nah, they took a whole bunch of people.
Oh, so it showed both of them were in jail, but Terry's not in jail right now, right?
He just came home
a couple years ago.
I think for COVID.
He's been home since the show started. Well, COVID, it don't feel like it, but COVID was 4 years ago.
Yeah, so I think that his health was deteriorating and COVID. And, you know, at COVID time, they was letting people out of jail.
Not Meech, though.
So I'm trying to help him with that guy. No, I was just playing.
What you say? Shut up.
They be like, he ain't going to make it.
That guy in a little coat.
Speaking of, all right, so if somebody was arguing with you and they tossed the water in your face, is that considered assault? Or threw a drink in your face?
What were we speaking of for you to say speaking of?
If I tell you, you already gonna know. But you probably already know.
Did Terry throw a drink in somebody's face?
No. So if somebody,
I think it is considered an assault. Yeah, legally, it's an assault.
So if you punch that person in the face, are you okay? Is that okay?
I feel like then it's just a fight. I don't know.
So
I think punching them in the face off of the water being thrown in the face is a step above
assault and battery.
It's a step above the original thing that was done.
Well, let me see if I can find that.
Fair trade.
All right, I'm gonna show you this.
Toya, he is hilarious. Oh.
So I don't know what happened, but so I'm guessing they're in a relationship. They probably got into some stuff. She took the water, threw the glass in his face, and then he just molly mopped him. Or molly mopped her. I feel like in the Facebook group, at first it was like, oh, he's messed up. But then some people came in and was like, hey, she shouldn't have done that. So I mean,
I believe I have seen throwing a glass at somebody as assault. So maybe the difference is like if you throw a glass and the glass hits a person, opposed to throwing water at somebody, or alcohol, whatever it is. But I think like Pastor said, that punch is above and beyond. So I don't think it's the same situation as what's Martin Luther King name? What's that man name? He won a career. Jonathan Majors. I think they could tell that this woman had hit him, but her injury, she had actual injuries. Because I think he tried to press charges against her and they didn't accept it. So
I did. So when I first seen that, I was like, "Dad, yo, that pushed men back pretty far again." But I mean, I don't know. Everybody should just keep their hands to themselves. And at the same time, she shouldn't have thrown no water on that dude. But that does not excuse him literally uppercutting her like if we and Mike Tyson punch out. But
Yeah, the Mortal Kombat move was a little bit much.
yeah.
he finished
And
her.
it could have turned into a homicide. Like she could have broke her neck. But I don't know what she obviously did to make him that mad to do that. But,
Or what he did. Because she was probably reacting to something he did. So it's not what she did to make him that mad, but what did he do to start the situation?
yo,
And not saying, I mean, we just don't know the backstory because it could have been, something that he might have said, I don't like that dress. And she said, okay, like, I don't know the backstory, but
I don't understand this. How after you hit somebody like that, how do you come back and ask them, can you sleep with them ever again?
Abusive men do it all the time.
I just couldn't see it. Like that's crazy.
They come back with, and oftentimes this kind of every totally different situation, but like with the Reesa Teesa situation, oftentimes women will make excuses before a man has to even give an excuse. So when he come back to apologize, and she like, no, he didn't knocked her into next week. So when he catch up the next week, and he like, you know what, my bad, I just want my family back. And she like, you know what, I shouldn't have thrown the water in your face, even though you shattered my jaw.
That's crazy.
But that's how people be. Thank you for that sad story. So I have a question that I posted in the group. And I forgot to go back. This is where I don't do my due diligence. I forgot to go back and explain why I asked the question. But I said, would you be okay with your 19-year-old child dating a 31-year-old? That's a 12-year age gap. But they are legal.
No.
Not my person.
Okay. So the reason why I posted that was because everybody was dragging Drea Michelle for getting pregnant by old boy who played basketball. I don't know his name.
Who, that young guy?
Yes.
That very, very young guy?
And I think there is like, he's the same age as her child. So it's like I think it's like a 20-year age gap or something like that.
He's
but
22,
the reason
she's 39.
I asked,
He's 22, she's 39.
Oh, so it's less than the 20-year age gap. But the reason why I posed that question was because when Beyonce and Jay-Z came out officially, she was 19 and he was 31.
Jay, I have nothing to do with this.
It's all good, Jay. It's fine.
Go ahead, jump off the roof if you want to. Let's hear it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't have nothing to jump off the roof. I'm just saying, why don't we have that same energy? Dana has been saying every time somebody posts about Drea Michelle, Dana is like, y'all need to have the same energy for these men that do that.
You just quickly
nobody did he being dragged now, but it was just, why did he keep dating these young girls? Not, yo, that girl is the same age as your child. Stop. Steve Harvey can say what he wants, but they was out together while she was dating his daughter, while he was dating her daughter. I don't know the other people who be doing it, but you know, these people that be doing these things, and it's not a problem. Like, I think somebody, I'm not gonna drop their name, but I think they six best friends, said that it was date rape. And I said, I'm gonna get you a dictionary. I said, 'cause that makes no sense at all. I said, do you need the definition of those words? But nobody ever has, like, I know it's either you're a Beehive or you love Jay-Z. And I'm neither, but I'm like, nobody ever addressed that age gap.
They've been dating so long, it's like, nobody think of it now.
But even when she was 19, I don't feel like people was like, he not a little old for her.
No
and
comment.
Honestly, I think they were dating before 2000.
I just want my Rock Nation chain. So
at the end of the day, me and Six are fathers. And when you ask the question, he said no.
Okay. I'm here for it. I just wanted to,
Now, can my son?
Let's see what this say.
Can my son?
Beyonce's father was there, and I'm reading the comment. We can't take daddy's job. Somebody said in the group that it was Beyonce didn't want to date him. Her mother encouraged it. So I said they legal. I haven't dated anybody like I think the highest I dated somebody that was like 10 years older than me. And I think when I was engaged, she was 10 years older than me. And I think I was like 19 or 20. But I knew better. But what was you about to say? I'm sorry.
I forgot. I'm just getting nervousy about this Jay-Z conversation. So off to other news.
Oh my goodness. Why y'all scared to everybody keeps saying Jay-Z about to get it next? So why are you scared to talk about them?
What you talking about? I like me some Jay-Z. I want to Rock Nation team.
All right. Good luck with that.
What'd you say?
Good luck with that. Only thing I ever care about when it comes to Jay-Z is I want to know if Memphis Bleek is a millionaire sitting back chilling somewhere, because that was the promise Jay-Z made.
So I follow Memphis Bleek, and so does my wife.
Too.
And I kind of pose that question like, "Oh, Memphis Bleek ain't doing nothing," but my wife is showing me
traveling.
Yeah, my wife is showing me otherwise.
I was about to say I follow because it is my job to make sure that he is taken care of somewhere.
I mean, you're right, because even if a guy's in my will somewhere, he can just kick back and chill somewhere. Oh yeah.
Yes.
He don't even have the right rhymes.
So I want him to make good on that promise and take care of that man. But I do know he said he had to buy his Beyonce tickets.
Yeah, I seen that story too. I thought that was kind of funny. Speaking of Beyonce, have you heard?
We ain't talk about Cowboy Carter.
I haven't heard it.
I heard some songs.
Has Shayna heard it?
Where's she been at? Let me go get her.
Have you heard it, DJ Big Six?
I got it. I've only listened to parts of it because I can't listen to the whole thing. I'm not the biggest fan, but I just feel like it's a slower Beyonce album. What else? I thought it was cool, really, really cool that she sent K. Michelle flowers and a little note. I thought that was dope.
I didn't know she did that, but that's nice. Is there a number 1 in front of his name? Oh, his mic is off, my bad. I enjoyed it. I think I posted like 2 different songs attached to some of my posts.
What's your song?
Bodyguard, Protector. Those are the 2 that I posted, Bodyguard and Protector. I did like Jolene. I think the only one that I didn't initially like, because I think I did like I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to go to this concert. Because you're right, I do feel like it's slower. But it was cool. It was a good. I'm gonna read Shayna's comment and then I'm gonna tell you the perfect description. Shayna said, "I'm a huge Beyonce fan. I did not like the album, but we'll see her in concert. Now, see, that's your problem. That's the problem right there. You ain't like the album, but you're gonna go to the concert for it.
But I'm sure the concert is going to have more songs than the latest album.
Has she already bought her cowboy boots?
It probably has other songs on it, but it is going to be predominantly like I went to Renaissance. Now, I will say Beyonce does do a lot of all her songs, but Renaissance was Renaissance. So if you don't, but what I will say is I'll give Shane the time for it to grow on her. Because what you will do as a Beyonce fan is go back and listen to it again.
I think I like Levi's and Tyrants.
She's a great entertainer. What'd you say?
I think I like Levi's and Tyrants.
Oh, I do like Levi's. I don't think Levi's. I don't think I got to. I don't think I got to the end. Let me tell you the thing I love the most about the album. 17 songs, an hour, and however many minutes. I am so tired of people making 23-minute albums. I should not be able to listen to your whole album in its entirety and it goes back during my car ride. So I appreciate, so that may be the other thing. People don't like the whole album, but this is out of 17 songs. I bet you probably like 7 of them. Or you like 10 and not the other 7. I don't know. You don't gotta go away. We're about to leave. I was trying to tell y'all something, but I forgot what it was.
Shayna said she only listened to the album twice.
See, you got to go back in. You got to go back. That's what I was gonna say. I didn't like Blackbird the first time. So I was like, I'm just gonna get in the car and listen to the album because I listened. Blackbird is literally the second song on there. And I was like, all right, I'm done.
This is not going to be a popular opinion.
I'm not my favorite.
I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan.
It's not a popular opinion. Randy said Blackbird is the only song I've listened to. My friend Brittany is on it. Is it your friend in real life? She included other Black country singers on that song. That's why I gotta go back and listen. Cause
what's Brittany's last name?
I
think I might know who you're talking about.
Tanner, somebody is on there. I know what song you're talking about. Now I got to go back and listen.
I know Brittany. I don't know her, but I work with her dad.
That's nice. I was trying to pull it up. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked and I was trying to pull it up. So you like Blackbird, Randy? Is that what you're saying? I didn't dislike it, but I love 16 Carriages now. And it was not my favorite when she dropped the 2. I think Bodyguard, I really did like Bodyguard. I don't know, I'm gonna give it another listen and see. I heard Yaya was good. I don't think I got to the end. This one I'm talking about 17 songs, like 27 songs, not 17. Anyway, is he back?
Not yet.
Well, he might come back and we gone. You ready?
You want me to start?
Yeah.
All right. So everybody that knows me knows that I'm a real big Rocky fan. The Rocky series or whatever. My message from Easter, or I should say Resurrection Sunday, was Jesus got up so we can get up. I'm sure everybody has heard of Muhammad Ali, which is arguably the greatest heavyweight of all time. But you probably never heard of the guy who was a part of the original inspiration for the Rocky movie series. It was Chuck Wepner, who was so known for the whippings he took that his nickname became the Bayonne Bleeder. That inspired Rocky's willpower and refusal to give up. This guy, Chuck Wepner, went nearly 15 rounds with the great Muhammad Ali. There are times on life's journey we feel we have been thrown too many punches. Have you ever felt yourself going down for the count? How did you respond? Did you get up or did you stay down? In my experience, let me tell you this, falling down is something that is faster than getting up. On Sunday morning, over 2,000 years ago, we saw our Jesus beaten, ridiculed, nailed to a cross, and speared in the side. We saw him die on the old rugged cross, buried in a grave, but he got up from the grave on that third morning. If the resurrection of Christ means anything to believers, it is that Christ, as a man, took the same punches that life throws at us. He took disappointment, he took betrayal, physical abuse, persecution, and every other problem we face. He went down, but gained the strength to rise again. Whatever situation you face, Jesus got up so we can get up. If you're facing a financial problem, Jesus got up so we can get up. If you're facing asking God why after someone close to you in your life has passed away, Jesus got up so we can get up. The fact that Jesus got up means that our loved ones in Christ will rise with him and that we will see them again in glory. So I just want y'all to go and tell somebody, because we was talking about snitching. Well, I got something that you can go and tell somebody. Go and tell somebody that Jesus got up so we can get up.
Amen.
Amen.
I would like to say two things before we go. One, I found out I did not fact check, so don't nobody hold me to this. But somebody had a post. Do you know why Easter Monday was started?
For black children, because the black children couldn't get out of school. I mean, because the black children, it's about black kids. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was because of segregation. That, and also when we talk about Jesus rising, often words matter. Don't say 3 days later, because 3 days later is Monday. But I heard you say it correctly, on the third day. So on the third day would be a Sunday. But you know, when people want to battle you about Christ, they're going to be like, no, because if you got up in 3 days, that's Monday. So y'all got it wrong. Words matter.
Absolutely.
And
I agree.
real quick, shout out to Angel Reese. Word on the streets is she's about to hit the draft.
Entering the draft.
Congrats.
I mean, I know this should have been a topic earlier, but I forgot about it. But do you feel like she's doing it because they lost the tournament and she sees the writing on the wall? Like next year, she might not be as hot as she is this year. So why not go into the draft while you're hot so you can place higher, get a bigger salary, and go on from there? She could probably get her degree from night school or something.
Well, one thing we can say, it won't be about the money because she's already getting the salary. She's already got an NIL deal.
Yeah.
And she'll make more from that than from the league. But also, I mean, it could just possibly be because she's 21 and doesn't want to be in college anymore.
Yeah.
She wants to take her talents away from the school. I don't know. Caitlin entered the draft as well. Did y'all watch the game?
No, but Caitlin entered the draft?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I knew Reese did. I didn't know Caitlin did.
I heard about Caitlin before the game, actually. I think I heard on the radio it was the highest rated game of the tournament, not of the women, of the tournament. So shout out to them.
They doing
anything from you, DJ?
Nothing, man. We just gonna see what it do next week and be right back here. Maybe we can get the whole gang involved.
Maybe. One more thing. Y'all know Easter is one of them Sundays where a lot of people tend to go to church. Come to tell you that we still gonna be at church this upcoming Sunday.
Okay.
Church was packed. I was like, y'all showed up.
They only getting half of what they paying for when the pastor don't change his shirt.
Hey
And on that note, good night, everybody.
All right, folks.